Hi folks, Matt from Sparks Gaming again with part 2 of the Death Guard Showcase series. This is going to be the Elite section, and we'll start off with my 2 Apothecaries that I've got ready. I do have a third one on the way, and we'll talk him through as we get there. So the first 2, this is the first one and then the second one will be up in a moment, will be Artificer Armour, Power Sword, probably augury scanners and red grenades because I'm planning on running the reaping. One of them will go with my heavy support squad, and the other will go with probably just a tactical squad, or alternative. In fact, yeah, they'll go with my tactical squad that I've got running up. So this is the first one. It's again just a combination of bits and pieces. You'll notice there's Mark 7 bits of armour on there, and that's just because I was running out of arms that could use to take the power sword. And again, similarly to my Primus Medicae, I quite like the Mark 7 helmet with the bionic eye bits. The pistol and the sword there come from Anvil Industries, I think. They're part of their Exolord set. And the sword is either Cromlech or Anvil Industries, I can't remember which. So this is the first guy, then we'll get the second one out. And here's the second guy. Again, bits of Mark 3, 4, 7 on the helmet and one of the arms, and similar pieces with the pistol, the chainsaw attachment under his arm, and the sword again from either Cromlech or Anvil Industries. I quite enjoyed putting these together. At the end of the day, I suppose they're just Marines really with pistol and close combat weapon, but still I quite enjoyed painting them. Haven't done them in any way differently to my normal Marines, because I figured Death Guard probably not a legion to have it be overly ostentatious with their armor markings and such, so they're just standard, same colours as everybody else. So we'll now move on to my one of my veteran squads. Okay, here we have my veteran squad that I've got painted up at the moment. As you can see, variety of different power weapons. For them, I decided I wanted to go with the Weapon Master rule. Well, sort of the equipment that would suggest the Weapon Master rule anyway, because with my Imperial Fists I've got a lot of marksman veterans and I just wanted to try something different. Going past there you can see the Sergeant with his power scythe. He'll also be having Artificer Armour and rad grenades. We've got one there with a single lightning claw. That's mostly because I messed up and wanted one with a power fist but realised I then couldn't have it. Going past now we've got just bolter and chainsword, power maul, bolt pistol, and bolter slung there. That's taken from the Gygor Fellhand model from Burning of Prospero. Power sword, bolter, well, Thunderhammer, but that is he's either going to be a sergeant for a second squad of veterans or he'll just be a power maul, and there we're back to the sergeant again. I don't know how effective they would be with Weapon Master, but at the end of the day veterans can all take power weapons anyway, so I could always just run them as marksman veterans, and just have a bit of extra punch if they ever get into combat. So the plan is to at some point build this up to a squad of 10, and get them a Land Raider, which would be fairly effective for the reaping, I think. Alternatively, you can see this guy with the Thunderhammer there's got the Death Guard chest from Forge World as well, and in fact a rad grenade on his belt, so I may end up just doing 2 smaller squads of veterans, maybe have 1 marksman, 1 weapon master. I've got a couple of guys with heavy bolters that I may end up putting into a second veteran squad if I go down that route. But yeah, pretty happy with these. They were some of the first of my Death Guard that I painted up, and I think they've come out alright. I'll be looking forward to seeing them on the board. And next up we have my Contemptor. Okay, and here we have my Contemptor. I'm planning on having 2, potentially 3 of these in my list. This one you can see is just the plastic Contemptor from the Betrayal at Calth box set. I have made some changes to him though. I chopped him off at the waist, just angled his body slightly. His power fist arm, the kit, you can actually only build it to be a left arm, but I chopped it off just under the shoulder. Same with the multi-melter coming around here. Chopped them off just under the shoulder joint and just switched them around. Because I just wanted him to be slightly different from the normal plastic Contemptors. You can also see his head in there. That is just a Mark III helmet. I chopped out the original one and just popped that in there instead. He was one of the first things I was learning to do the weathering on, and I think he's come out alright. I don't think there's too much on there. I think it's okay. So I've got a second one planned. Not sure what the loadout will be on the second one. Probably something similar to this, just for a bit of extra anti-armor, because I'm somewhat lacking in that department at the moment. But we'll see. And I do want to get the Death Guard Forge World Dreadnought, because I think he's pretty great looking. So hopefully I'll get him in the not too distant future. So that's that. That's all my elite section. So that is my elite section as it currently stands. I do have 3 quad mortars that I am in the process of building and putting together. I would like to get some more Terminators as well, just to run some Terminators, and as I said, I want some more Contemptors as well. I've got an additional Apothecary, who is built and undercoated and ready to spray, ready to paint rather. He will be running Power Sword Jump Pack to go with my Assault Squad. And yeah, just some additional veterans. As you can see, I've put in the 2 guys with heavy bolters in there as well. And yeah, that's about it for my elites at the moment. Again, not a very long video, but just good to show off what I've got going on. And yes, I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully it won't be too long before we see the Death Guard in action. Again, if you've got any comments, criticisms, please feel free to let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.